Hey friends, and welcome back to Wild Hearts Homestead. We are here in Lawrence, South Carolina on our small 2-acre homestead. I'm coming out tonight to find out what we're going to make for dinner, and also we're going to do a little garden tour. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to look for is some green beans. Alright, so we've got green beans, both bush bean and pole bean, planted in our back garden here, and we've also got some pole beans planted in the front. So we're just going to go through and see what we can pick from our beans today. You're going to pick some peppers for me while I'm picking green beans?
Yep.
Okay, only pick the orange ones, okay? Good job. That one looks great.
Okay, want to pick my orange one?
Sure. We're going to pick just the orange peppers, okay?
Okay.
These are our habanada peppers, not spicy, but have lots of flavor. These ones are producing pretty well for me this year. Job.
Hey, look.
That's a nice one.
Ah. Dr. Webs. I wonder if there's... Ah, what?
Oh, what is that?
Found one. I found more orange ones.
Good job. Put them in the bucket.
Can I go bigger?
We've got a nice gathering of peppers in here. Got some nice green beans. I like to get the pole beans before they get too big. And we're kind of at the point where we can pick every morning and every night. Look how big that bean is. You want to carry the basket or you want to pick beans?
You carry that.
I'll carry the basket. All right. So we're looking for beans. Looking for beans like this. Like that. Okay?
Okay.
Some of these beans are huge.
Where's my beans? Some.
You found some?
I found some. I found two. Okay. Now make it bigger, okay?
We've got a little bitty friend back in here. There he is. I am not leaving a section of beans for the purpose of saving seeds right now. They blend in so well that I'm sure there's going to be plenty that I miss for seed saving.
Mommy.
So we're picking all the ones that we can to eat, and whatever we miss will be seed for next year. So our zucchinis are almost about done. I started a fresh batch up on the front porch, but we started getting the squash bugs and I think maybe some vine borers too. So I started putting rutabagas back here. This whole section here would be like one meal for us of rutabaga. So we need to plant a lot more. On this side over here, this zucchini bit the dust. That zucchini is still there, and you probably can't see it in the bee balm, but there's 2 tomato plants back there. I have finally started getting tomatoes off of them. I do believe they're the Amish paste tomatoes. I've been harvesting bee balm and drying it for teas. It's great for colds, so we're going to save that for the winter time. And we also have speckled in there some marigolds, strawberry plants. We also had a pie pumpkin in there, which I got 1 pie pumpkin off of it before that pumpkin plant got taken out as well. Now in here, I've started planting carrots. I'll just come out in the morning when I have a little bit of time while the kids are asleep and do a little section at a time. So I've gotten up to where those sticks are there. I need to get the rest of that planted with carrots. It is tedious planting carrots. We have sweet corn mixed in here with the green beans, and it seems to be doing pretty well. We just pulled a nice ear of sweet corn off of there, and there's probably a couple more that I could grab, but I'm gonna wait until tomorrow because I'm not planning on cooking them tonight. We also have a holy basil in there and some wildflowers. And these strawberries are looking really good. They're not active right now, but we need to get those dug up and moved to where we want them to be because this is not where I want them to be. They just kind of escaped out of a pot that I had here a couple years ago. Started working on this mess out here. It's easy weeds to pull. It's not hard. It's just not my top priority at the moment. And we've been getting a bunch of elderberry off. I have 2-gallon bags full of elderberries in the freezer right now. Oh, it looks like we need to start getting our fennel seed. That looks like it's getting ready. Oh, look at that beautiful spider. Can you see it? Right there in the middle. It's one of those writing spiders. They're back in the garden and I love it. Okay, so in the big garden, I feel like things are kind of starting to wind down. We're not bringing in as much as we were, but we're gonna start in the back and we're gonna look for some peppers and some beans first, and then we'll move through. This is our giant pumpkin patch here. This is mostly decorative pumpkins. I was hoping to plant enough that I could just invite my family to come over and pick pumpkins instead of having to go and buy them someplace. But it has these cute little pumpkins on there. They're not huge, but they're cute for like decorating the table or different things. But it's a mixture. It was like one of those packs that's a mixture of a bunch of different types of pumpkins in it. So we'll see what ended up growing, because I feel like a lot of them ended up not sprouting. You found some peppers?
Yep.
Nice. Thanks. Are there any more back there?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Stop in here real quick and grab these green beans. I kind of am leaning towards getting beans that are a different color because then they are much easier to see when they are on a bush bean, because it is hard to find them when they're green and the plant is green and they're the exact same color. And the ones that are planted here were they were beans pods that had fallen off the plant last year and were on the ground, and we just poked them into the ground right here. And I really wasn't expecting them to do much, but they've got a good bit. Alright, so we've got these bell peppers over here. You want to grab those ones off of there? Those look good. Right here. Those ones. You can grab those. And then we've got these bell peppers over here. I got these from seeds I saved from my friend's garden that I got a pepper from, and they're doing much better than the ones that I have grown in previous years. So I am planning on saving these seeds to grow again next year because they've done excellent. Oh, there's one of the purple ones.
Look. Can I grab one?
Yeah, you can grab it. That's one of the purple ones. I didn't think any of those ones grew. Nice job.
Big ones didn't do that, but the yuckies are good.
That's okay. We can cut the yucky spud off and eat the rest of it.
Don't worry.
You can leave it in the basket. We'll eat the good part and cut off the yucky part, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Something has been coming around and eating my sweet potato leaves, but I think my sweet potatoes are going to be just fine.
That one.
They have grown really well. They've been flowering for a while. I think they're going to be just fine. And we still have probably until the middle of October. Well, yeah, probably middle of October, early October is when I will start digging these up. In this back row, we've got a couple of butternut squash plants that we've already harvested some off. We've got a couple more I can probably grab soon. I wait for them to get kind of dry at the stem before cutting them, and then sit them on the porch for a few days before storing them in the pantry. And we have been harvesting our black beans all I did was plant a cup of dried black beans from Walmart, from one of those big bags, and I got this patch. I wanted to plant a whole lot more, but I have gotten already a ton of black beans off of just one cup that I planted. So we've just waited for them to dry, and then have been picking them and shelling them and putting them away. This corn out here is a type of Indian corn, and it's grown really, really well. We've started pulling some off, and I've been getting them kind of young and cooking them before they start turning colors, and they've been good. They've been tender. We've enjoyed it. And we also have like a ton of holy basil popping up down through here, just voluntary from last year. So we probably will grab some of that and make some more tea, because those ones are nice and fresh and are not seedy yet. I said I'm not processing corn tonight, but maybe I am. Well, that's interesting. There's 3 corns. Can you see that?
Higher thing go.
There's 1 corn, 2 corn, 3 corns, all in this one branch right here.
That corn.
It's very interesting. You're getting out of here?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
And same goes with the corn. I'm not trying to save any of it right now. I'm just picking as much as I can to eat, and I'm sure we're gonna miss some. And then that will be the seed for next year. All right, so we've got now our corn and peppers and beans. I'm already tired. We're on bucket number 3 and maybe the wagon. All right, so oh, I have a whole nother row of corn I didn't check yet. Let's go down there and check that one. Section we're starting to work on, I'm starting to get fall seedlings put in. We've already got some cabbages put in down there, which we will check on. There's a few tomatoes still going. What will usually happen is our tomatoes will slow down, and then when the weather starts to cool off, they'll kind of hype back up into production again. So it's not uncommon for them to kind of die off a little bit and then come back. It was really nice last week. We had one of those false falls where I was able to turn the AC off and just leave the windows open all night. It was getting down to like 59 at night, and it was only getting up to 85 during the day. And my electric bill was very happy that we had a few days that we didn't have to run the AC nonstop. So that was great. But now it's back to 95 degrees today, which is fine. It just gave us a little bit of taste. And honestly, I am ready for fall this year. Usually I don't want summer to leave. I love summer. I don't like wintertime. But this year, I'm actually really excited for fall. I think part of it is the kids are older, and so it's a little bit less draining with all the holidays and the birthdays, and it's a little bit more exciting. So I'm actually really looking forward to fall this year. It's my favorite time of year usually. Oh, it fell down. It is. Is another type of decorative pumpkin from that batch that we planted. This one may be one of those, a big pumpkin. This is really pretty, isn't it? With like the different colors on it. It's really pretty. But yeah, so we've got some more pumpkins back in here growing. Cherry tomatoes are still going some. I've honestly just stopped picking them because we're not eating them right now. And it's a lot of work to pick the cherry tomatoes for not very much product out of it. All right, so let's check this batch of corn and see what I can grab out of here. So a few more ears of corn, and this is where I'm starting to put in our cabbages. So we've got some purple and some green cabbages in here. We're having, like everybody right now, a huge infestation of armyworms, and they are eating my seedlings, but I'm doing my best, and hopefully we'll be able to get some produce out of our fall garden. We shall see. Right, so this trellis is where my beefsteak tomatoes were. They're all looking pretty crispy right now, and so I'm going to come in here and dig a trench and plant our peas in here, hopefully by this weekend. I'm hoping. We'll see what happens. Work is super crazy right now, so we will just wait to see. But I left our pickles on here. These were our pickles. These were our pickling cucumbers. So these were like the little cucumbers that grow for making pickles, and I left them on there. And look at this. It's ginormous. So I'm leaving these on here to save for seed. When they start turning yellow, they'll be ready to save seed from them, kind of like how that one down there is kind of yellow. So these are going to stay on here for a little while longer, and then they will be saved for seed for next year. So this is where we get to the jungle mess, but I love it because there is so much food in here and pretty flowers growing all over the place. I love it, but it's also a little bit overwhelming. So we're gonna go through here and see if we can find any melons that are ready, maybe any pie pumpkins that are ready, and pull those out. Pulled off one good cantaloupe earlier. I came out and I just saw it. This one looks good. And you know it's good when the earwigs are coming after it. We have a lot of earwigs and a lot of slugs in our garden. I can smell it already. It smells so good. You know when cantaloupe's ready if you can smell it. All right, so we've got our holy basil bushes, and I know there was a watermelon hiding in there that is probably ready, so we're gonna check on that one. Look at these beautiful zinnias. I'm so happy with these zinnias. They are so pretty. They just make me happy. We've been harvesting like a lot of basil out here and stuff too, which has been awesome. It's been one of our best basil years ever. All right, let me see. This is probably ready. Oh, it pulled right off, so it definitely is ready. Let's see. We can pull some of those zinnia seeds off too, it looks like. Come on. It's a big one. It's so slimy. The slug's been getting in there and sitting on it. There it is. We got it. That's a good looking watermelon. It came right off the vine really easy, so it should be ready to go. So this is one of our basils we've been getting off of. There's another basil. Our basil's been doing the best it's ever done this year. It's been really good. It looks like our borage over there is done-ish. It's starting to dry out, so we need to harvest seeds from that too for next year as well. Oh, let's see what's on down here. So this should be butternut squash, although those leaves look different from those leaves. These are pumpkins, you can see. And then these are our butternut squash in here. I really probably could pick some of these butternut squashes. That one is definitely ready to get picked. That one can go inside. Let's see. Look at those cantaloupes. We have so many cantaloupes. Whoa! Look at that watermelon. It's huge. We harvested all of our sunflower heads. They are drying in the garage, and then we'll pick all the seeds out. If you have a way to get sunflower seeds shelled quickly and easily, please let me know, because it takes way too long.
I found them.
What'd you find?
Look.
Yep, there's cantaloupes.
You want to grab cantaloupe?
I think those ones might need just a little bit more time. I already grabbed 2 today. I want to show them my beautiful flowers here too. These are my elephant ear amaranth. I love these. They are gorgeous. They are becoming one of my new favorite flowers. So beautiful. It just looks like red velvet, and I love red velvet. Like red velvet, like I had a cape that made out of red velvet for Comic-Con one year. It was very cool. So I love the red velvet. So pretty. Oh, that looks like another cantaloupe that's ready right over there. We'll grab that one. There might be some more tomatoes. Another butternut squash getting ready. We got some spaghetti squashes. Uh-oh, what's wrong with our spaghetti squashes over here? Let's check them out. That one looks like it's gotten maybe sunburnt or something.
I found my pumpkin.
Yeah, there's a pumpkin over there. Maybe we can grab that pumpkin. There's a couple pumpkins we can grab maybe. Oh man, look at that watermelon out there. Another one over there too. We're gonna be eating tons of watermelon. Let's go grab some stuff. So here are my porch zucchinis that I started to try to keep them away from the army worms and things eating them. So we'll see how that goes. And our potted stuff that needs to get in the ground still. It's sad. Our avocado tree. If you can see it in the bright sunshine, it's looking pretty good. And our lemon verbena. It also looks really good. We've got our ginger in pots and this blue flower that needs to go in the ground. The ginger's looking great. It's doing a good job. I just need to unbury this garden. So we got all of this corn, all these peppers, plus the basket that I already took inside from the back garden. We've got more corn, cantaloupes, plus the one cantaloupe I already took inside today, a couple watermelon, a couple tomatoes. That feels pretty good. It's a mama. Hey, pretty girl. What are you up to? Escaping from the kids? You need to go catch some mice in the barn. You're not doing your job. So now I'm going to go make some supper. We're going to make some sauteed green beans with peppers and a meat, and we'll have some fruit for dessert, and we have some homemade bread, and we can make some basil tea to go with it. So it's a really good day. I'm excited. I'm really excited for the break of fall coming soon, and really excited for the way the garden is looking right now. Even though it's a hot mess, it has so much food in it, so this is amazing. I have so much work I need to do. We're gonna be pretty active this winter, getting all of our gardens back into shape while it's cool out and the weeds are not growing, but I'm looking forward to it. I like the reset of spring and being able to start fresh. Thank you guys for hanging out today. I'm really glad you were able to be here while we harvested and toured the garden. I really hope your gardens are doing well and you're not hitting burnout yet. I know this time of year can get really exhausting. There's so much to do, so much to preserve. Oh, speaking of which, if you find yourself drowning in melons, this is an easy way to preserve your melons. Cut up your watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydews, whatever it is. You can use with any kind of fruit, blueberries, strawberries, any of it. Put it in the food processor in chunks. Puree it. For every 1 cup of fruit, add a 1/4 cup of sugar and a tablespoon of lemon juice. Mix it up again. Put it into a cake pan and put it in the freezer. Then, after it's frozen, pull it out of the freezer. Let it thaw just enough to be able to cut it into squares. Put those squares back in the food processor, blend it, and now you have sherbet. So you can store that back into jars in your freezer, or you can eat it just like that. It's really good. It's a great way to preserve some of the summer fruit without having to turn it into jam with strawberries and blueberries and watermelon. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do with it, but you can turn it into sherbet. So it's a nice way to make your own homemade ice cream out of your garden. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Bye. Green beans and peppers, a little bit of olive oil, salt and garlic. Voila. Now we have a delicious sauteed green beans and peppers. You can add chunks of garlic in here. It's delicious, paired up with a smash burger or some other kind of meat. It's delicious. Give it a try.